All right, episode number 2. This is Doc Testosterone with Meditation Misfit. We just finished episode 1. If you want to check that out, click right here and you'll be able to see it. Yes. Now, in the first episode, we covered what our pain points have been, how we've suffered in our childhood being from a Pakistani Indian type background and an Asian Vietnamese type background. And again, we mentioned how this will resonate with you, even if you're from a European or American Canadian or any type of background, a Hispanic, it doesn't matter. It is a human thing. And just to tell you really quickly, we talked about how validating ourselves and fitting in was a big pain point when we were kids, and a lot of you probably suffer from that too. So in this episode, we want to talk about how that pain point has evolved, and because of that evolution, how we have been able to solve this suffering through our life's experiences, through the knowledge, and through the people that we've hung out with. So if you want to know more about Meditation Misfit, you can look at episode 1 where we did a little bit of intro, or his channel. The link will be below, Meditation Misfit. So let's start with how our pain points have evolved. Go on.
I think if you really want to get into real pain points as we progress, we look into where our journey and where we're going, and pretty much where our priorities and our values have shifted. I think me and you, we could totally relate because we've been pretty much on the same path, almost on the same journey into becoming a man in our prime and a shift in different values. At one point, we were having a lot of fun. We were, really social. We were getting to working with startups and businesses, and then eventually getting into helping others and giving value, and we also value intelligence and reading the same books, and just getting into just learning anything and everything about the world around us.
Gotcha. So that's how kind of you've evolved through that thing. For me, it's been I cared about validation from my parents, mostly, and the community, my religious community. Now, I don't really care about my parents, nor do I care about my community.
So you're just done. Whatever.
But I do
fuck everything.
But I still have the validation problem.
Okay.
Now the only person I want to validate is me. The way I look at it is there's Farhan the person, but then Farhan the father. He's talking Christianity here, the father, the son. No, it's my father, Farhan the father is hey Farhan, this is what I expect from you. This is your potential, and I am trying to live up to validating that, which is the strongest version of myself.
Right? A father in the sense of an imagery of the highest version of yourself. And you know what that higher version is, and you're getting advice for yourself. Essentially.
Exactly. And the way I kind of honed in was, this is a Doc Testosterone channel, and the way I honed in is through my research. I tried to figure out what were those specific goals that I can strive towards to become a strongest version of myself, or to make my, Farhan the father be proud of me. And the one venue, the top pain point or the top thing that I want to strive for is testosterone, right? Because I figured out how testosterone is such an important hormone for a man, and I just went all in the last few years, and so now the evolution of my suffering, my pain point has gone from, validating myself and making other people happy towards let's maximize testosterone. And then after overcoming that, which, I'm getting there and doing better and better, and want to do it for my whole life, like a longevity thing, and then see what the next stage is, right? Maybe the next stage will be business or self-awareness or spirituality. That's where you come in. Misfit has been my mentor in terms of spirituality and meditation and trying to seek out a higher version of yourself, more meta version of yourself. So that's how my sort of pain points have evolved. You mentioned some books that you've read, mentors you've had, goals. What would you say is the number one solution or the number one path that you took which allowed you to actually conquer that suffering and pain?
That's a hard one to say because there's just a lot of multiple planes to it. I think the root of it, from how I've figured out like whatever pain points I've had, is through clearing and filtering out distractions and noise. You could say that could be information, other people, media, and I did that through meditation and working on my health, mentally and then physically as well. And that was the number one way to push through and learn about yourself, and which is what I did. I mean, I saw that through you when you had that progression of you saying that you don't care anymore. You literally just went like, I gotta take these steps, and there's no other option. And my father, my higher self, is like telling me I need to do this, and I'm just gonna do it. And I've seen that progression before, and like you've grown through it, and it's even more like night and day now, which is really amazing to see you go through your journey.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It means a lot coming from you, man. The number one thing for me has always been being an extremist. Now I don't mean just to have a beard like that. Oh my God, this guy recently I posted on the Handsome Secrets in Facebook, one of the fashion groups we follow, and he's like wrote Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and people are like hating on him, like, hey man, stop being racist, Doc is not a terrorist.
He's the bomb, man.
But
yeah, looking handsome. You got some way more style these days, of course.
Word, man. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. They can't even see my pink socks right now. Actually, you know what? To see my pink socks, episode 3.
The preview, we will see the truth.
Show it in the next one and give some incentive. So for me, the number one thing, like I said, has been extreme, right? So just 3 days ago, I thought for about 2 hours. I was just walking around the house, right? Around my pool and stuff. And I wanted to know, what is the number one thing that I am the best at and no one in the world can beat me?
Yeah.
Right? Because I learned this from Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Yeah. He always says, focus on your strengths. And then this person, Renee Dykstra from UT Austin, he's a computer science, big computer scientist. And he always said, for some grad student who would go up to him and say, hey, what should I write my thesis on? He would say, write your thesis on that which only you can do and no one else, right? So now I was thinking, just contemplating, meditating, what is my strength that I beat the shit out of everyone in the world at? And my strength is going the other extreme, all in, right away.
You're very good at that. That's your main strength. It's always like all in, do it. Out of there, just taking it next level. Yeah, I do. He knows what I'm thinking. Like, I smile all the time because of this.
Word.
And it's always expected. There's nothing that you could surprise me anymore. Nothing. It used to.
We don't know about that. We don't know about that.
No, I really don't.
When I break up Kate Upton's marriage,
I can't be.
Kate.
I can't even be surprised at that. I was like, that's something he would do.
Well, she's not married yet. They're engaged.
Yeah, you would take it to
I'm
the next
better than
level.
that ring, Kate. No.
The next level and the extreme. Whereas like I'm almost on the other side, which is like way more balanced. And it's amazing how we would click together because of that. Yeah. Because we have different strengths and almost weaknesses, and they work. And so then whenever we have like a collabo, it becomes we get different views, and that's a good way to move forward. as a team or doing different projects together, which is really amazing. You're the type to really get those actions done. And this is something that your viewers would really learn from you, is like you're always experimenting. You're always trying different things. Whether people hate him or love him for it, nonetheless, you're getting something done out of it, and you're experimenting, and then essentially you're getting data out of it. And that's something that I need to work on as well. I'm not getting enough data. I'm getting more like back-end data, more of the reading, but you're getting actionable data. Sometimes it may hurt you because you're doing way too much,
Right.
and it's out of balance, and you can get unorganized through that, but it works for you, which is the major strength that you have.
Got it. That is great content for this episode, actually, because a lot of people talk about problems and they give very general solutions. Oh, get a mentor, or read this book, or go take this mastermind course.
Yeah.
But what we're giving here is personal experience and knowledge, and something that we've already dominated at. It's a strength. It's something that we've already overcome, not something that we're kind of striving for.
Yeah.
So that's where the value comes in for this episode 2.
Yeah. Now,
in the next episode, episode 3, I will show you my pink socks. And we will get into one very, very specific pain point. It has to do with women. White women, etc. Well, he likes all women, but this is going to be specifically about white blondes. So that's going to be episode 3. We're going to delve into that, culture-wise, what it means for someone from our background, to kind of hook up with a white girl and all that shit. We're going to talk about that in episode 3, so watch out for that. Again, if you want to watch episode 1, the previous one, click here and subscribe to this channel, the Doc Testosterone channel, to get more. I have a lot of videos, over 100 videos now, about all sorts of stuff, testosterone, boosting, the natural ways to do that, as well as a lot of motivation stuff, health and fitness, very specific solutions, very practical stuff to everyday problems. That's all there. To subscribe to his channel, it's Meditation Misfit. I also have a link to his channel in the description, so you can subscribe to that. Like this video, share with your friends, and in the comment below, in the comments, I want you to put what is your major strength and weakness, and what is the one thing you're doing every day to overcome that weakness through that strength. Any last words, sir?
I love it. It's a good way.
All right.
Let's see them.
That is Meditation Misfit. This is Doc Testosterone, and we will see you in episode 3.